This is Halftime with the Playmakers, your midweek partner with the live show. The Playmakers aired on WANM 90.5 on Saturday from 12:30 to 2. I am Wes from the 904 Duval in the building, baby. And we got some great topics for you. We're talking about the Orange Blossom Classic and all FAMU football, the FSU, the great FSU. We're talking some NCAA football, and we're getting to the NFL at the end. And then in the studio with me, I have some great fellas. Introduce yourselves.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy JB the King back here off a big Ohio State win. You know we're going to get into that.
Listen, man, I'm not here for all the week one shenanigans. All this extended FSU talk making me sick. But it's your boy Jay Scott telling you what's hot, what's not on WANM 90.5.
What's good, what's hood, man? It's the one and only Jeffrey Hood Jr. And I'm sadly in the studio after my crazy Jeff.
Jeff, it's going to be a long episode, Jeff.
Yeah, it's going to be a long episode, but I have a great guy coming back. I am so happy he's back. Go ahead and homework, please.
What's going on, y'all boys? It's Deant. You know, it's been a long time. No see, man. I'm just happy to be back in the studio, bro. We're going to be consistent this year with it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. What's up, y'all? It's Flowwood's finest. Kaji Latiker, repping the Crooked Letter Place, 601 Magnolia State, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. It's Missouri Hate Week.
And the Adobe ambassador, bro. We need to get that.
Adobe ambassador. Let's start off.
We need that.
Let's start off the episode with, I don't even know if you can say this on air, the donkey of the day. Sir, so on the Playmakers podcast, we have a thing where if you have the worst record when it comes to college football picks, you, sir, will be editing. This week, it is none other than Q.
It is what it is.
You know,
Crooked Letter record.
that's horrible. We've all been there, man. Yeah, we appreciate your contributions though to the podcast.
I mean, you don't always win week one.
Yeah.
But you know who does win week one?
Oh, okay.
Can we
Florida State.
Ohio State lost to Michigan last year and still won the Natty. So
we didn't have to bring up that loss, but I appreciate the Natty. Shout out.
But we are going to get into FAMU football. What are we thinking about the Orange Blossom Classic? A close loss in the last seconds, 10-9, very low scoring game.
Listen,
Jalen, you start off.
I have nothing positive to say.
Me and Jeff were there on the field, and
unfortunately,
all around wasn't a great performance, really from either team. I'll give credit where credit is due. I think both defenses played extremely well. I like what I saw after our first season with a new defensive coordinator on the defensive end. We'll start off with the positives. You know, we were able to see some glimpses of some players who were going to end up making some, huge plays for us. But I think all of that kind of gets overshadowed with how poorly the offense played. I think it all starts at the quarterback position. RJ Johnson, his very first start wasn't a great one. He did a great job, of protecting the ball, 0 turnovers. But his inability to push the ball down the field, make some great reads. He didn't have a lot of help, especially at receiver. Some really crucial drops, especially from Thad Franklin, what could have been a game-changing touchdown early in the game. But all in all, not really sure what we should be expecting going into week 2. Week 1 was obviously disappointment. Shout out Pops. 2-minute offense got it done for Howard. But out of this SWAC, I think we're going to need a lot of turnaround and identity on offense, especially if we want to have success this season.
I think it was subpar, just the overall offensive play, 2.8 yards a carry. That's not winning us ball games. Our highest receiver had 51 reception yards. That's not going to help us win the game. Our quarterback, I think that's self-explanatory. The lights were too bright. I think he kind of picked it up towards the end, but you can't pick it up towards the end. We need it from start to finish. It can't be, okay, when I want to click, it's going to click. No, it has to click from the start for us to win games. And the 2-minute drill, we're kicking a field goal on what? The 5-yard line?
No, not even the 5-yard, the 2-yard line.
The 2-yard line.
4th and 2.
I remember, and I quote, me and Jalen on the sideline, I said, if we don't push, like Philly, I promise you, we're getting down low, we're going in that end zone. You know what he decides? To kick a field goal. So what that showed to me was, I don't trust my offense.
Yeah. But trying to look on the bright side, because we try to support our school here. So it's an out of conference loss.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of week 1 mistakes, a lot of things you can iron out, things you can build upon. And what we got was a good defense. That's what we showed. So we have some positive to build on, which is what I like to see, because there's been times where it was nothing, and it wasn't nothing. There's things to build on. It's the offense that we need to look into. The defense, pretty good performance from all things considered. So I'm not killing the season. I'm not we're done, but out of conference, so we have possibilities to shape up the season and still have a successful season at the end of the.
The defense was obviously a strong point. They punted the ball 8 times, and then we also had an interception. But as an offense, I feel like we had good field positioning the entire game.
Yeah,
but we weren't able to capitalize at all. How do you only score 9 points when we were in the red zone? I think 4 times?
Yes.
So it's just like, as an offense, right, you just got to capitalize. And I didn't see much to make me believe next week that we'll be much better. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's going to take a little time for us to get adjusted. It's a lot of new players here, new quarterback. You know, it's just going to take a little minute for the Rattlers this year.
Yeah, and I would say it was a frustrating loss because it's one thing to even get blown out. You know, you're like, okay, we were never going to win that game. But the fact that the score was sitting at 7-3 for pretty much the entire game, and it's like you can't score not one touchdown to open it up. It's like, what are we doing here? And honestly, again, the defense played well. The offense, surprisingly, they had more yards, no turnovers, and won the time of possession, and still couldn't win the game.
It was honestly just mind-blowing, you know, with the lack of touchdowns. I personally wasn't in Miami for this game or watched. I was too busy watching the FSU game.
Yes,
but
sir.
Get to that. College Town was turned, boy.
Just seeing all of our fellow classmates, you know, react to the game and, you know, seeing, like, you know, there was no touchdown put on the board by us. It was just really just disappointing. I'm just hoping, you know, this isn't, you know, foreshadow for the rest of the season. Like Jalen said, I hope it's just, you know, week one shenanigans. But we'll definitely see come next week.
I think one of the things going forward was one of the questions that came in the presser after the game was, where was Tyler Jefferson? Why is RJ Johnson continuously being the starting quarterback? And then Colsey responded, it's because his teammates trust him. Obviously, the offensive coordinator, Coach Burris, he has a lot of respect and trust in RJ Johnson. He believes he's a guy to get the job done. I still think we'll probably see Tyler Jefferson because he was teased to be played during the Miami game, even though he didn't get any minutes. I think that possibly if we were to see this performance going into FAU, we could see a change up against Albany State, especially when we have the first home game. I think I liked what I saw out of Goldie Lawrence. I think he'll be a big target for us this year. I know that he's really filling in for Ace Cobb until he comes back from his injury, which I doubt he's going to play against FAU as well. We'll probably save that for more SWAC competition just to make sure you have a healthy roster going into, again, conference games. But from what we've seen right now, you know, the Rattlers are in for a long season.
Going into that FAU game, what are we thinking about how that's going to go for our guys? Because I do think we'll see Tyler Jefferson, but not for any positive reasons. I think
I'm even frustrated just talking about
trying guys
football.
out.
We're talking about FAMU football. I'm just frustrated even just listening right now. Just because I'm getting flashbacks of the game that against Howard and how bad they look. I don't think there's nothing to iron out. You said things iron out. It's not gonna get ironed out week 2.
You can iron out an offense. I mean, not in week 2. It's not happening.
If it's not happening week 2, not week 3, maybe by week 6.
We have a couple of like easier games lined up before we start getting to like crazy SWAC play, like tough games we have to win. Jackson's later in the season, Southern's later in the season. So I think we could have like
what's easy?
You got Alabama State.
Yeah,
Albany State.
Albany State is a tune-up. That's your tune-up right there.
That's a tune-up.
Listen. We have some must-win games coming up, but like we have time because we have FAU. We could try some things out because it's not gonna go our way. It seems like that's the booth consensus is not gonna go our way. So like there's time. We have to build an offense because we have the defense. We've agreed on that. But like just to have a mediocre offense with the way our defense played can take us a far way.
What I will say for the offense is that the things that they're trying to iron out are things you kind of nip in the bud in the offseason. So, you know, they weren't heavily penalized. That was a huge issue going into last season. They didn't turn the ball over. That was a huge issue going into last season. Now,
which is why I think we can build. Because that's what I'm saying.
We
have to get rid of.
In terms of just execution is the biggest thing that they got to fix. And if Colsey says there's confident in his players, then that's all we can go off of. But
we couldn't even run the ball. Like we need to be able to run the ball. I think that's something we can build on soon.
Between the tackles, it just wasn't working. I think that the linemen just got gassed towards the end there.
Because like the quarterback situation, you know, that might be a process that might not get figured out. But like we could run the ball. We know we can run the ball. So like that is something that we need to be able to rely on later on into the season so we can score touchdowns because we easily could have won this game.
I would say this is the time to just keep on passing because I mean, like y'all said, we have a proven running game. We know we have a running game that can work, and I feel like that running game cannot be effective if we aren't able to pass the ball. If we aren't able to pass the ball past 5 yards, you need at least a bare minimum passing game to make your running game more efficient. So I think these next 2 games coming up are the ones that FAMU needs to tune out that passing game.
Yeah, we just need to get him more comfortable, and I think these next 2 games, like what you were saying, can just allow him to do so. You know, just get him out of his. It felt like he was in his head for a lot of the game, and I would just like to see him more comfortable out there.
But you know what? No one cares about that. It is FSU time.
Oh, bro.
What do you guys have to say? No. I need apologies. We're going around. Let's start with Jeff. What was said about FSU last week?
I was wrong. You was right.
Right. Jalen?
What's the girl I would like to say?
Whoa. Speak into the mic.
I don't know if you can hear me now. Sorry. I owe you an apology. I was unfamiliar with how hard they were going to play. Tommy Castellanos, right. I owe you personally an apology. All those nights at recess I saw you outside. Listen, obviously they paid off. I was mistaken. That's on me.
Jason?
Yeah, sure. I apologize. Shout out to y'all. I was down there. I was rooting for y'all. I was doing the chant and all. So shout out to y'all.
You?
Yeah, me personally, I really don't care. I mean, you got your win. You got your win. I was wrong, but I did have the privilege of being at the game, and I don't know, FSU they look different. Now Alabama, I don't know about them. They look troubling. It's some reports out there that Kalen DeBoer does not have this team under control. Like they're getting DoorDash at 2 a.m. and I don't know. Bama just doesn't look that good. But I will give credit where credit is due to FSU.
Absolutely,
and they looked very nice at Doak Campbell.
So what were you most impressed with because you gave us a number of things to look out for going into this game. So what were you most impressed with in their performance, and why do you feel like that's going to continue throughout the season?
I was absolutely impressed by the physicality of the defense. I thought the defense was mauling the O-line over there at Bama. They got Ty Simpson scared. They got him he was running wild. I loved it. And the DBs were physical. You know, I saw a couple of things in the pass game where they got a little loose, but in the run game, in the short pass game, they were coming downhill, knocking people out. I love to see it. I love to see our run game not only just be effective, but we spread the running back by committee and every
230 yards per carry,
and multiple people had 50 plus yards, and we had 4 different people score touchdowns, and that running game was elite. I loved what I saw. I loved the play call by Gus Malzahn. Got out of that terrible school over in Central Florida. We absolutely looked like a team that can cause problems in the ACC. With that being said, where do we think FSU goes from here? Because currently I think they're a little underranked. 14 seems a little.
Okay, let me give a backstory. So we were in my office, we were talking, and I saw he had a Florida State, little collar on. So I'm like, interesting. It's gonna be a long day today. So I asked him, I said, what is Florida State right now in the AP poll? He said 14. I said, that's not what I checked yesterday when it came out. But I guess I overlooked every other team. I thought they were down maybe the 15s, the 20 range. They're 14. So then Wes said to me, I think we're better than Illinois. We should be higher than Illinois.
I think 11 is appropriate for FSU, and I think South Carolina need to look over their shoulder.
Yeah, and at one point he argued about South Carolina.
South Carolina needs to look over their shoulder. I think we're good enough to be 10. I just think we have to prove it.
I personally think that if you were to play South Carolina, that's a much better quarterback than.
Of course, but
way much better.
I don't think anything else is as good as Bama's. I don't think their defensive line. Actually, I don't even agree with that. I think they're around the same, and I don't think their O-line is as good as Bama's, and I don't think their skill players are as good as Bama's. I think the only person we'll have to worry about is Lenore Sellers, and I think we can contain him.
But you guys aren't playing South Carolina. You guys are playing in the ACC. So in terms of upcoming competition, you guys play East Texas A&M Commerce. All right, we're gonna keep it pushing. Kent State, we're gonna keep it pushing. I'm looking at this
Virginia,
game against
keep it pushing.
Virginia,
Miami, that's what I'm looking at.
I'm looking at this game.
That's a game.
I'm honestly not overlooking Virginia because it's a trap game. You have your eyes on Miami all the time. Teams like that, especially when you're playing away this early in the season, are known to give FSU problems. It happened last year when they played Memphis. They tried overlooking them going into ACC play, and they got upset right at home.
Listen. Last year's team was just not good. I don't think we were overlooking anybody. I think the team was bad.
My point is what I'm trying to get at is Florida State has to realize their expectations for where they want to be in this season, because they still have a lot of things that they need to clean up going into ACC play. One of the things that they couldn't really do towards the end of the game was close out and get off the field on third downs. Alabama was continuously able to keep themselves in the game. Now that's something that obviously they're going to get back right. I think the defensive backs were a little over aggressive in stopping the run, so that opened up a lot of passing lanes.
It did.
But
double moves worked.
And when you're playing a team like a Miami or Virginia, that different kind of
Virginia and Miami are such different schools.
No. But if you look at how they want to operate their offenses, they're going to look at what FSU does and what they do well. What they would do well right now is stop the run.
Yes.
They can stop the run like nobody's business. But with that being said, when you're so gung-ho on sending a guy to fill up a hole, you obviously miss out what's going on over the middle. I think they had a lot of issues stopping the kind of third and short, third and long. If they put teams into a third and long situation, I think their defense benefits the most. I like their chances, the next 3 weeks. Going into Miami, I want to see what this Florida State team turns into because the expectations, I feel like for now, are high. If you're talking about putting them at 11.
Yeah.
I mean, I just based off of who I see at 11, because I don't think Illinois is a better team than FSU. Do you guys think Illinois, like against their
Then again,
Power 6 school they played, is better than?
I don't even think
but then again,
You don't even think
it's week
FCS
one.
school?
I was going to say, it's been
It's
1
week
week.
one. It's
Yeah.
week one.
Yeah.
Sure, but
Maybe
we're ranking people high off at
maybe
FCS
the
wins?
week before the Miami game or the week after the Miami game, then we could come back
Yeah.
to this conversation.
I think Miami will be a fun game to watch. I think it'll be physical.
Oh, it's gonna
I think
be fun.
It's gonna be,
It's gonna be.
It's gonna be fun for Miami.
I think it'll be back on the mic after that Miami game. I think it'll be back hosted. Do we want to give a prediction for the upcoming game against East Texas A&M?
Y'all win. Y'all win.
It's just like 40. Y'all gonna have like 40 to 7.
48,
Yeah.
48,
Somewhere around that ballpark.
All right, but the real question is, do you think FSU can make the ACC championship game?
I mean, there's always a possibility.
Yeah,
the
I'm not
ACC
ruling
is
that out.
it's not a conference.
It's a basketball conference. I'm always keep saying that.
The ACC isn't a conference that you can necessarily make predictions too early, and because you've seen juggernauts like Miami last year drop a game to Georgia Tech, drop a game to Syracuse at the very end of the season and spoil all their chances. I think it's a little early. I liked what I saw out of Clemson, even though they're coming off of a loss.
Yeah.
I still think that
Klubnik was
offense is going to be potent this year. Klubnik still got some things to figure out.
Yeah.
Miami obviously going to be a heavy hitter out this year. Dang, who else out of the ACC that I like?
You also have SMU.
Yes,
Yeah.
SMU is
And
going to be a
Cal,
great
that
team.
the quarterback,
Freshman.
Yeah.
He did a good
Sorry,
job, but
I seen
I don't consider them on the same level as the Clemson FSU.
They're like tier 2. They're like tier 2.
Yeah, but I do.
I mean, y'all like tier 2 too, though.
Whoa.
I mean, y'all need to take it one game at a time, bro.
Yeah, y'all are
I'm not
tier
gonna
2
lie.
for me.
Us
I
even
mean-
having this question is kind of crazy right now. in my
Listen,
eyes.
I don't write the rundowns. It's Jeff over there.
Yes.
But I mean, your schedule does work out in your favor. You get Miami out of the way before you get into
home, too.
Yeah.
exactly at home. You get them out of the way before you get deep into October. So you have a chance for Miami to eventually does what Miami do best and drop a random game to a subpar ACC opponent. At Clemson is going to be a very tough
At
game.
Second Death Valley.
At North Carolina State, it's also going to be a trap game right before they're going to the senior night against Florida. So it's up in the air right now. But I like your chances to finish maybe second.
Seconds.
I like your
feel
chances to finish third.
Third is great. I feel like we win one of those our ranked games in the ACC. I feel like we win at least one.
Okay,
only have two.
so out of these,
What? Yeah, I guess. But
no, they have 3.
Yeah.
They have 3 ranked. They have 3 ranked games.
SMU's ranked, right?
Yeah, it's
No, they're talking about ACC games.
It's my ACC game.
They're not playing SMU this year.
So out of these
It's
3,
just Miami and Clemson.
and
Miami,
Florida.
yes.
Florida.
So out of those 3 games, are you 1-2?
I think we're 2 and 1. I think we're 2 and 1.
3-0.
Who you beating?
Florida and I'll give it between. I just like one
Florida.
of those. Florida.
In the
It was.
swamp.
In the swamp?
In the swamp.
Yeah, you're lucky Michael Trim Jr.'s not here.
In the swamp. In the swamp. No one cares about the swamp anymore, man. I don't care about the swamp anymore,
Crazy
bro.
statement.
Freshman quarterback, you'll have to. Well, not a freshman anymore. Second year quarterback, he's gonna have to see us. Is what I think. And then I think we'll win one of those tough games that the ACC play, man.
I'll give you Miami.
Well, Deanne over there is scratching his head. Well, what's going on?
I don't know, man. I feel like it's still too early to decide. I was saying that, I would reconsider looking at it after this Miami game.
Of course.
But like, I don't know.
So you're not quite on the FSU hype train yet?
No, I'm not.
What Deanne wants to
Alabama
say
look-
is,
I believe.
what Deanne wants to say is they're going 0-3. That's what he wants to say. That's what he wants to say.
Low key, I would
There's
not be
nothing wrong with that.
surprised.
0 and
I
3
would
is
not be
crazy.
surprised.
0 and 3 is so nice.
I don't know. They may have to wrap up the program if they lose to East Texas A&M Commerce. I can't even tell you where that school is.
I don't know either. If we lose,
It's in East Texas, I know
will
that.
burn this shirt, bro. I don't like. We're not.
Mind you, he
losing.
has on like a Florida State quarter zip right now. I've never seen him wear Florida State gear at all.
What? I'm big Florida State fan. I got a bunch.
No. I know this. I've just never seen you wear it. You've been ashamed for like the last 2 years. Understandable.
It's crazy.
Understandable.
It's
So.
ashamed. It's crazy, man. I just didn't want any trouble on the pod, man. I just didn't want to be assaulted, but it's cool. Moving on to just the entire NCAA football. What do we think about Texas? Was it a bad game? A bad sign?
Nah.
Just bad game.
What do we think about Ohio State, bro? I don't care about Texas. Ohio
boy.
State, boy, came out there and proved. Because who picked Texas?
I did.
I picked Texas.
I picked Ohio State.
I picked Ohio State.
That's
Thank
why I'm
you.
72. Ball knower.
Ain't no way that boy Arch was finna come through against his first visiting game against Ohio State. Yes, we have a bunch of new people.
I understand what you're saying, but you're acting like you blew him out.
Yeah.
You won by 7.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
that's
looked
like
trash.
He didn't look trash.
look-
He looked like he had
Come
something
on.
like
No,
that.
because
Jason,
The way that we were
Come
treating
on,
Arch
bro.
Manning, he did look like
He did not
Time
look
out.
good.
Live up to the hype, but that's one game, and against the what I think is the
Oh,
best
now you want
defense
to do
in
is the
NCAA.
one game thing? You
No.
was just talking about FSU.
This is I didn't say Thomas
Wes-
Castellanos was
Wes,
a
hold on,
Heisman
Wes.
favorite. I said it was a good game.
Go ahead.
My only question is, when it was the 2-minute drill, were you not spooked when he had the ball?
Oh, I was terrified.
All right. All right then.
But
I wouldn't
don't
say it was
matter, bro.
trash.
I don't think he was trash at all. I think he
Just
missed
bad
a lot
reads.
of throws in the flats to the right side. I don't know why he kept missing that
Yes, he
throw,
did.
but wide open. But he threw a great ball for that touchdown, a great ball.
Yeah.
And I think he has potential. And it's his first year against a good team.
I agree.
Absolutely.
He has potential for sure. But
I don't-
overall,
I
throughout the
think-
game, he did not look that good. And that's because Matt Patricia was throwing so many different schemes.
And
at
let me
that
get to
level.
that.
Yeah,
And
like
let me
he
get
got
to that.
out schemed for sure.
I think it was just a bad game. I mean, your first collegiate start in an away game
Right.
is against a former NFL defensive coordinator who won multiple Super Bowls.
Yeah, you picked him to win. My bad. Go ahead.
I'm just saying. No, you're right. No, you're right. You're right. But I'm just saying. I think it was just overall a bad game. Like seeing that, if I'm arching issues, I'm like, okay, pre-snap, this is what it looks like. Safeties rotating all over.
Yeah.
And
Safety
that's like,
rotating,
okay, I don't know
it's
what
Caleb
they're
Downs
in.
rotating. It's not a random
Caleb
safety
Downs.
either. It's
Yeah.
Caleb
No,
Downs
yeah.
rotating.
So it's like I think it's a bad game. I'm not Xing out. I'm not Xing out Arch. I'm not Xing out Texas.
I agree.
I still believe.
I think they have a potential to win the SEC, but I do favor LSU to win the SEC. I loved
LSU
what I
looked
saw
good.
out of
LSU
LSU.
did
I
look
think
good.
I think the Cade Klubnik train needs to.
Nobody was on that
slow
train
down.
but country.
I mean, the Cade Klubnik train is just like an overall like media thing.
Yeah.
They love Cade Klubnik, and I do not get it. I like Garrett Nussmeier way more. I liked what I
Heisman
saw.
favorite, bro.
I think LSU and Texas are.
Q, what you thought? Bad game or bad sign, Q?
It was just a bad game. I wouldn't even call it a bad game. I just think Ohio State was ready for that matchup. They heard, I guess they heard us predicting Texas, and they were just like, all right, we're gonna come and shut that down. And Arch, I think he looked good with his legs. He made some nice scrambles in the game, and he definitely missed some throws with inaccuracy. But it wasn't a horrible game. It wasn't a horrible game, and I think it's something that Texas can build upon. And the fact that they were that close to Ohio State, they had multiple chances to score touchdowns. They didn't get some fourth down. They didn't get opportunities on fourth down. They got stuffed on the goal line at the one. So they had some opportunities to take the lead or at least tie the game. And I think Texas can build upon that game.
Yeah, I think we definitely just cut Arch Manning some slack. You know, sophomore QB,
Absolutely.
crazy first game to be starting.
Yeah.
And like, if we're being honest, overall, Texas as a whole, they were able to maintain Ohio State to only 14 points. Defense played pretty well majority of the game. So like, I don't see this as bad sign per se. Just a bad game.
Low key, I don't even think like Quinn
Jeremiah
Ewers
Smith-
performs any better.
I was gonna say I'm gonna
Like,
put
I
this
don't
in.
think.
I think Quinn Ewers makes it worse. I don't.
Me too. Like, I don't think Quinn Ewers does any better.
I don't think if Quinn Ewers in that situation, Jason is spooked in the 2-minute warning drill.
Still,
Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna put this in perspective though, just for viewers. If you take away Arch Manning's name, right, and you just say it is a sophomore quarterback who went out to the horseshoe for his very first game against probably a first-round safety. He went 17 for 30 on completions, 170 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. You wouldn't necessarily count him out for the rest of the season.
Absolutely
But because
not.
this is Arch Manning, I feel like we have a bit of unreal expectations going on for him.
Definitely.
He definitely played, some meaningful minutes, if you can even call it that, last year.
you
But
talking when he got
Yeah.
cracked?
yes.
He got hit stick?
I'll admit, because I was harsh on Arch Manning going into the season. I said he was going to lay a stinker in Ohio State. I was completely right. But in terms of his upside for what he's trying to accomplish at Texas, I think that he has all the capability of, doing that. He has the talent at receiver to elevate his game. Once he gets settled, I think he's going to be a very dangerous quarterback. But one thing that film has said is that if you keep pressure in his face, if you change up how you approach your safeties and how you utilize them in terms of blitzes and even dropping backers into coverage, it's going to mess with him. He has a younger mind.
Yeah, it just sounds like a young quarterback. To me.
Exactly.
Like, he
And-
doesn't sound like a bad quarterback.
And what better team to get that experience against than Ohio State?
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
I promise you, it doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, I'm sure he's gonna have much better games against tough teams just because he saw the best at the beginning.
Yeah, because if this was a week 8 game, I'm like,
Right.
we got some questions to answer.
That's fair. Definitely from a non-biased stance, I don't think, it's over for him at all. Texas team still looked really good. Their defense was really good against us. We had to work for every single point we had.
That's what I was gonna say. On the flip side, I don't feel like Julian Sane had a crazy game.
No.
I think he just made the throws he needed to make.
He did.
Like,
He just-
under
he just
pressure.
won, like,
Did he
He
throw a
just won.
duck? Did he throw a duck touchdown pass?
I'm so sick of the
It don't
Big
matter about
Ten and these quarterbacks. They just make the throws that they need to make. They make, they
Nothing
just play the
special.
game the right way. Just real lunch pail kid, first guy in, last guy out.
I think he's saying there's no black quarterbacks,
man.
Come on.
But I don't know. The Texas defense is really tough. So I think from both teams, I think it's both solid games from both. I think they both are going to they might meet each other again in the college football playoffs. I just think it was a
Be a
slugfest
great
game.
rematch.
Yeah, and I mean, we if you look around the entire country, all of these games were slugfest. All of these games were defensive battles, and I think I guess that's kind of the direction college football is going now. Is getting more like the NFL, where defense is going to matter a lot more. That's just really what it is.
Because NFL coaches keep losing their jobs and going to college.
Speaking of Mr. Belichick, you have questions to answer for. Sir, what was that performance on Monday?
That was very
Hard to
wild.
watch.
It was,
That was like the BET Awards. Everybody popped out of that game.
Yeah, no, that was an absolutely crazy game. I don't know how it gets that bad for a Bill Belichick coach team.
What do you think the translation gets lost between NFL and college? Because I mean, if you listen to anybody talking about this move from Bill Belichick going into UNC, it was that it was going to be a blockbuster move. He fits in great at Chapel Hill. He has the ability to pretty much be a general manager of the team and manage the game the right way. They come out and they can't even score 3 touchdowns. You get routed at home by TCU, who had a tumultuous season at best last season.
He wasn't ready for the Big 12.
Listen,
That's a Kansas fan.
No, but that's the thing. You go your entire career as an NFL coach. The NFL and college games are completely different. And if you're just like, we all thought, okay, I mean, he's a Hall of Fame NFL coach. He's going to do great at North Carolina. But you have to know how to play the college game. You have to know all the workarounds behind recruiting, NIL, and Bill Belichick just doesn't seem like
the same way
kind of guy.
Nick Saban can't coach in the NFL is the same way Bill Belichick can't coach in college. Like, it's just not the same. Like, from like, you have to turn an 18-year-old boy into like a man, like college football wise. Like, you have to develop somebody into but Bill Belichick grabs grown men out of college and like develops them. Like, it's a different process. Like, they don't have the same basis of knowledge. Yeah. They haven't had the same experience. He doesn't know how to build the knowledge from the bottom. Like,
and if we go off of what people say his personality traits are, who knows if he's even if he's even relatable to the kids, or his coaching style. He's like,
I can't imagine being in that locker room.
Oh my God.
Absolutely not. At all. With his girl there too, I couldn't.
You see, I didn't want to say it.
quarterback trying to get at his girl, bro. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna work out there in UNC, man. Might be a one and done for Mr. Bill.
Especially in that very tough ACC. I don't know. It might get treacherous.
Super tough.
Very tough ACC.
Super
Very
tough.
tough
Shout
ACC in the same sentence.
Shout out
It's
ACC
hilarious.
basketball conference. It's not tough at all.
Got some great teams in the ACC, man. What we need to talk about is LSU. Are LSU top contenders? Like, are they?
When you say contender, all right. When we say contenders, because of
Like
how the
championship.
playoffs-
Championship. Are they gonna make the playoffs like through the SEC championship type thing? Like, you think they're gonna win the SEC championship?
Shoot, it's wide open.
bro.
SEC is wide open,
is.
respectfully.
And I mean, my outlook on LSU from the beginning of the season was they have amazing talent. They have a great quarterback. I guess right now you can call him the best quarterback in the country. But my thing with LSU was Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly just has not shown he's ever been able to coach a team to get it done on the highest stage, and that was my only concern with LSU.
My concern was the defense. Now, last week, I know I said Alabama versus Texas as my SEC championship game. Now, looking at it, I don't think Bama in there. I don't think Bama's in
I don't think
there.
so either.
You think number 20 Bama or whatever they're at is gonna be in there?
and after I saw the defense that LSU put on in the fake Death Valley, there was some improvements. Now, they always said we've improved our defense. We got the right players. We got the right defensive coordinator. Now I'm believing it now. If you perform like that against Clemson, now I'm believing it. I'm a believer.
I called it LSU Texas in the SEC championship, and I think I'm going to stand on LSU coming out on top.
Hey guys, quick question: has anybody looked at LSU's schedule? Just a quick glance. Do you know how many ranked opponents they have to play?
Yes,
I'm
well aware.
They play Florida.
They play South Carolina.
Terrible.
They play Florida.
Florida's trash.
Okay, that's crazy to say.
They play
Florida in 2 weeks. They got Ole Miss at Ole Miss.
Yeah.
They play number 10 South Carolina.
Oh
they
my
get
goodness.
Texas A&M. They get at Alabama, and the season against Oklahoma at Norman.
I think the biggest game in there
That's
is not what you think
That's
it is.
crazy.
I think the biggest game in there is Texas A&M. I think that's the toughest game. I think
At
they're
home?
better. I think they're head and shoulders better than most of the other teams.
I think another test could be South Carolina.
Yes,
Lenore
most definitely.
Sellers.
That's what I think.
That's the
I mean,
test. I'm definitely-
They should have beat them last year. So
Lenore Sellers is a very good quarterback, and I will not take. I just don't think they have the talent around him to match LSU. You can't just do it by himself. There's 11 men on the field, and there's one great, and then Nick Harper is also very good, and then that's about it.
It's very quiet, but I will say Lenore Sellers might look like JD5 running up in there the way he finna run around them. If I'm being genuinely honest, he might look like JD5, but just bulkier. Because if the pass game's not working, he's running the ball. He's gonna get his yards.
For sure, but I think LSU's improved defense. I think Garrett Nussmeier's ability to score the ball. I don't think they're gonna be I think it's gonna be a fun game to watch, but I don't know.
Yeah,
if it's gonna
that's
be,
what I'm saying. That might be the biggest test for them. Because after what I saw by Alabama, cool off that.
I was always cool.
I don't know.
off that.
I see LSU taking a Tennessee path kind of to the playoffs. I mean, they could still make it, but in terms of the top two teams in the SEC, it's just a juggernaut schedule. I mean, it's hard to get there.
Bro, it's LSU and
But
Texas, man. I'm telling y'all.
But LSU would get the benefit of the doubt.
Absolutely.
I mean, off the strength of schedule alone, I feel like if they get at least
Alabama
9
treatment.
wins, they should be in.
Yeah,
They'll get that
exactly.
Alabama
This very
treatment.
well could have been their hardest game this season. Week 1.
I agree.
Yeah.
That is not a
You know what I
possibility.
mean? It's probably the
agree.
best defense that they're going to face all season.
I agree.
No,
I
that
like
is the
this.
best defense
I
they're gonna
agree.
face all
It is the
season.
best
I
defense they're
agree.
going to face all season. So, if they can pull it out week 1, Brian Kelly, after not being able to do this for 4 years, 5 years, something like that, I think the sky's the limit, bro. I think they probably lose maybe 1 or 2 of these ranked
I feel like
There's
we're
a game
sleeping
they
on
messed
Florida.
up. Something happened. There was a breakdown. There
I
was
feel like we're
event.
sleeping on Florida. Florida beat them last year with
We
lesser talent.
Are not sleeping on Florida. I'm actually all the way asleep on Florida, man. I'm not impressed.
Again, this is coming from a guy whose team just went 2-10.
It's a new year. It's a new year.
My only biggest question though with LSU is Cade Durham only has 74 rushing yards. Now maybe that was just a scheme. That's how the game was going.
No, I guarantee that was a scheme.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the case. I'm giving the benefit of the doubt, but this is a continuous trend. Now I'm starting to question.
Moving on to Oklahoma, Michigan. What do we think? Ranked opponent versus ranked opponent. I love this game.
This is the best game
Number
of the
14
week.
versus number 18. And I have a different opinion on it than I think you guys will. Let me hear it.
We can start with Q. Q, you started off, Q.
Both Michigan and Oklahoma played lesser opponents last week,
Yeah.
so it wasn't too much to take from those games. But Oklahoma finally has a real quarterback. They don't have Jackson Arnold anymore.
Yeah.
John Mateer looked pretty good, and Bryce Underwood looked good too. Honestly, it's going to come down to the trenches at this point. I mean, they're both good quarterbacks. They both have talented offenses and defenses, but it's going to come down to the trenches. So I think Michigan has the better defensive line, and we've had questions on Oklahoma's offensive line, and I think that's going to be the difference maker in the game.
Okay. Jason?
I'm kind of torn. I'm not going to lie. I think both of the quarterbacks looked really good. I mean, Oklahoma, how do you say his name? John Mateer?
Mateer.
Okay. I think he set a franchise record for most yards in his passing debut. He had close to 400. And then Bryce Underwood, of course, just a freshman. His first game, I think he looked pretty solid. I'm going to pick Oklahoma for no real reason other than I don't like Michigan. I'm going to just keep pushing.
Oh, but when I do it,
Yes.
Yes, because we're garnered in gold. Anyways, I feel like in terms of Michigan football, they match up very well with Oklahoma. Michigan is a team that if you allow them to stick in the game, they're going to control time of possession. They're going to be a team that kind of grinds you out, especially when you get down to the red zone. I like Bryce Underwood personally more as a passer. I think he's more polished. He has a few more reps under his belt. So I'm leading Michigan here. I think being in Norman gives Oklahoma an advantage. But they couldn't stop the run last game. They gave up 4.5 yards per carry. Obviously something you can't have against a Big Ten opponents where you're going to have a larger offensive line. I think their offensive coordinator is going to exploit their inability to stop the run. I like Michigan in a close one.
Me personally, I like the depth of Oklahoma defensive line. I want to go Oklahoma. I think if Oklahoma and Brett Venable can lock out their running attempts and just the run game in general, because when they get in the red zone, it's very hard to score against a Brett Venable defense in the red zone. And if you can't run it and you have to pass it, trusting a freshman quarterback, gotta go Oklahoma.
Nah, yeah, I'm definitely going Oklahoma. Like Q said, there wasn't much to really work off of from this first week. Both quarterbacks, played well, but it was against very easy opponents. So I'm just going Oklahoma just off the fact of, we have Jayshon Barham. He's being suspended for this first half, coming off that targeting.
That is true.
So, it has been said that they have depth at linebacker, but, that's still somebody that's a factor for that defense. And then, just Bryce Underwood coming into that environment. It's a road game. People were saying, he's comfortable, but I don't know. He's still young. So it's I'm taking Oklahoma on the safe route just because, it just seems like the odds are more in their favor. It's going to be a great game for sure.
I am taking Oklahoma. I loved what I saw out of John Mateer. I loved his throwing motion. I think he puts a lot of velocity on the ball. I feel like he can throw the ball deeper than Bryce Underwood. I saw Bryce Underwood throw the ball, and I was impressed with it. His first start. He's a freshman. It was very impressive, but I don't think he can air the ball out in the same way. I think John
doesn't have the wide receivers to air the ball out.
This is true. But this is true. But I also don't have. No way is it getting done. It might be the receivers. It might be him. It might be his ability to read the defense. It's not happening with Michigan. So they're going to be kind of one dimensional. Short throws, running the ball. While they're very good at running the ball.
Indeed.
You kind of 6 yards of carry. It's nothing to laugh at.
It was absolutely nuts. I saw he took a long ones to the crib, but
Brett Venable is not allowing that.
And yeah, what you're gonna get coming into this game, and I liked what I saw from John Mateer throwing the ball. I think he can stretch the field, and they don't have a bad run game, so I am gonna take Oklahoma in a close one. Yeah. Moving on to the NFL, let's get our thoughts on the Micah Parsons trade, because it's one of the wildest superstar situations we've seen in a long time. Just very bad GMing by Jerry Jones. He needs a GM. What do we think, guys?
So I remember it was on the live show. I said I'm gonna say the same. So I was on the live show. So I'm driving to the game, Orange Blossom Classic game, right? I'm driving to the airport. My phone blows up. It's boom, boom, boom. I'm getting phone calls. I'm like, am I okay? Somebody think something going on with me? I checked my Twitter. It says Micah Parsons trade. I said, huh? It's gotta be fake. Then I saw for 2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark.
Yeah.
Are we serious?
Bro.
Micah Parsons not worth 2 first-round picks. Let's start there. Let's really start there. And in my mind, I'm like, Jerry, sometimes you just gotta not be so personal with it, because at a certain point, we're going on notes saying, yeah, I want to be traded. We could put our Instagram bio to be determined. Yeah, I just knew it was getting personal. You wasn't trying to involve the agent. The agent has to be in the room, because some NFL players don't know how to read a contract.
Oh my God.
So the agent has to be in the room. He had a problem with the agent, and I'm sitting here looking like there's no way y'all getting a Super Bowl ring. At this rate, finna be a 50-year drought, because you're pushing back so many years after this with this trade. You just helping out the Packers, if I'm being honest.
They're not even good first-round picks. The Packers going to win 10, 12 games.
So they're
be picking
20.
Yeah. They're not even good first-round picks. It's not a great trade. Kenny Clark's old. He's a good player, but he's 30.
And he also said on Good Morning America, I'm taking the numbers over money any day of the week or something like that. I'm taking the numbers as far as adding players rather than letting one person limit my numbers of players.
Yeah, they were talking about the cap space and everything.
Yes,
bro.
So I was like, what?
And then on top of that, the next day they signed Deron Bland.
Yeah, gave him that money.
So you could get that job done, but you can't get a future Hall of Famer's job done.
Yeah, I don't understand it it's just Jerry Jones being Jerry Jones at the end of the day. I wish there was more analysis, but there's really not. I kind of felt like the Cowboys were in a direction. You just got George Pickens. You know what I'm saying? Dak is going to be back. I kind of felt like maybe, okay, we're going to try and go win, maybe. But now you trade your best player, and now I'm like, are y'all trying to rebuild? But then you also get Kenny Clark, so I'm confused. So it just makes no sense all around for me.
On top of that, I'm very curious. You said GP. GP has the same agent as Micah Parsons, and he's on his final year of his deal. So let's see if they get a contract done.
I'm going to play devil's advocate for a little bit.
Whoa.
Yeah, no. I got to keep it interesting here. I'm going to throw a few stats out here, and I'm going to just defense lets you, as a GM, you're not Jerry Jones. I mean, Jerry Jones,
of course,
I don't want to be Jerry Jones.
Yeah, no, I don't think anybody does. But in terms of just being a GM, notifying what is probably your biggest weakness on your defense, their inability to stop the run for anything. So, according to analytics from the 2024 season, Parsons ranked 68th in stop rate and 81st on yards per run stop. Now, in terms of offensive coordinators, you can notice that almost any offensive coordinator is going to run the ball towards Micah Parsons. Why? Because he is terrible coming off the line to stop the run. Now, even in then, he only had a handful of sacks to start the year off last year. So in terms of what you got for Micah Parsons, the Cowboys kind of did the right thing in terms of, like, I guess, getting assets for Micah Parsons.
Let me ask you one question. Is Kenny Clark a closer?
No.
In the 2-minute drill, is he going to get you a sack?
Kenny Clark is not a closer, but
all right.
Hold on, wait. When has Micah Parsons been a closer for the Cowboys last season?
I mean, you can't close.
No.
Answer my question. You can't be a closer if the Packers come in your trap and blow you out. What am I closing?
No, absolutely. But what I'm saying is that if the Cowboys haven't been in a position to even have Micah Parsons be able to get them a win in the game, offensively, if that's taken out of the book and they're just relying on him to be a pass rush only defender, he is extremely one-dimensional. He's been proven to be emotional now that you have all these things about, I want to be traded, put things on notes. And when you have even if he did stay, there wasn't going to be any type of good blood or good business being between him and Jerry Jones. So the damage is already done. You look at a player like Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's in a similar boat in the sense that he wasn't going to be able to mesh well with the front office. The damage has already been done. So you might as well get the best assets possible for your defense.
And that was the best.
That was not great.
It's not great. No.
Hold on. You got to be able to shop a little bit because it's no way.
I agree that it was extremely early, and the Packers probably are the worst.
You mean late? He should have did this in March.
No. Okay, in terms of signing him, yes, but I'm saying if you're gonna shop around and the first thing you pull the trigger on is the NFC opponent, you're wild.
But you should do that. That's what you should do that in March.
In the playoffs.
You should do that in March. If he's gonna shop around and trade him, should do it in March.
I agree.
Not in September.
Because I'm very sure somebody like Cleveland or Indianapolis would give you the bank for Micah Parsons at this point.
But to clarify his run stopping problems, he has bad run stopping numbers because he's the only good person on the defensive line. They just run at him.
Exactly, but they throw
two people at him, and then the other side is one-on-ones. They suck.
It wasn't. Oh, okay, I was going to say something like the Cowboys were actually doing anything with the defense, anyways.
I've watched like a couple Cowboys games, and it's like double Micah Parsons, and everyone else sucks. But then, but the trade is terrible. Those first-round picks are not valuable. They're basically seconds. And then the Kenny Clark, you get 2 good years out of him, and then you need a new D tackle.
Yeah, I mean, I want to flip it over to the Packers. I think I finally like the aggression from them. I think this is something that they missed in the Aaron Rodgers years. They should have stayed aggressive while they had Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. But I like the fact that they're finally going after a game-changing player. And they had a great offseason picking up Matthew Golden, and they have talent. They have talent on the offensive side around Jordan Love. And I think y'all said he wasn't a closer, but I think when it come playoff time, Micah Parsons, he finally.
I said he was a closer. I said he was a closer.
Okay, well, finally come playoff time when they need to stop Micah Parsons, he can lock in. He's finally out of that situation. He can go make a play for Green Bay. I don't like that they had to give up Kenny Clark, but I mean they have Devontae Wyatt and Rashawn Gary. I think they'll
pairing him with Gary is going to be great.
I think they'll supplement that loss, and I just really like the move for the Packers.
So I guess it begs the question now: is Jerry Jones back as the number 1 hated man in Dallas, or are we still on the Mavs?
No,
I think Nico's still up there.
But Joe's same arguments against Micah was what they were saying about Luka, like in a way.
Not necessarily, because Micah was just taking you to the NBA Finals about a year ago. Luka was taking you to the NBA Finals about a year ago.
But he's fat and doesn't play defense.
Come on, bro.
Yeah. I don't know. It's still Nico. But Jerry Jones did this last year too. I'm pretty sure with CD Lamb.
He signed him at the end.
But that's what you were saying. You were saying the blood was already bad, that the reputation was already bad. But he literally did the same thing last year. So if CD can come back and play, why couldn't Micah do it?
Because I feel like when you
everybody's different,
right? Everybody is different. But what I'm saying is when you pair a player like CD with a player, jeez, I can't believe I'm saying this, a player like Dak Prescott, you have at least some return on investment in the fact that you have the ability to make plays. Who on the defense besides Micah Parsons is really pushing the needle for you guys? Micah Parsons is a one-man show on the defense.
That's true.
When you have a player who's trying to get the return on investment that they're putting in, and you ask for a strong contract, and in writing a bunch of money, you want to make sure that I'm also getting seeing the return on investment with the amount of athletes I have around me, the system that I have at defensive coordinator, and that it's going to benefit my game the most. He took a dip in sacks last year. He didn't put up as many numbers in 2024 as he put up in 2023.
Sure, because his guys on the other side.
No. And I okay.
So
Which leads to my next point. You're not bringing any pieces to supplement him at all. So at what point?
There's something called free agency. You just can't get the free agents.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, what do I need to come back for?
As Micah Parsons, you don't. Who has the most pressure that going into this season? The AFC guys who just fall short every year because there's somebody named Patrick Mahomes, Lamar, or Josh Allen. Who has the most pressure?
Do y'all want me to start?
Yeah, come on, Josh Allen.
General answer.
It's definitely.
I would say
He's saying Josh Allen.
No, I'll say Lamar Jackson.
It's absolutely
who has more
definitely
pressure?
Lamar.
It's absolutely not Lamar, but
Who has more pressure?
It's Josh for sure.
Who has more pressure on them?
yeah.
It's Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
Because he hasn't made it as far as many times as Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills have. And again, I hate to put quarterback against quarterback because that's just not how the game is played, but Josh Allen has at least made the AFC Championship twice. Lamar Jackson has made it once, and that game didn't go well against the Chiefs. And I hate to put this narrative on Lamar, but the narrative on Lamar is he can't win big games in playoffs. He can win those wild card games. He can get his team to the divisional round or whatever, but he can't win the big game. He can't win the big game against the big time opponents. And so I think in order for Lamar to shake that, he needs a win against Buffalo or Kansas City to shake that. At the very least, now Buffalo can't beat Kansas City, but at the very least, Buffalo and Josh Allen,
That's real. From a Bills fan, that's real. I'm gonna give you credit. Cause Austin, that's real. I'm gonna give you credit. Keep going though.
But yeah, at the very least, Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, they have some wins. They just can't get past Kansas City. Lamar and the Ravens, they have yet to beat a quality opponent. Their best win is a rookie CJ Stroud and the Houston Texans.
I mean, I agree. But the reason I think I agree for a different reason, only because I feel like this Ravens team is so talented. Like
especially defensively.
You feel me?
Gosh.
Like we go roster by roster. They up there for the best roster in the league.
Yeah,
if
they're
not
second.
The best.
Yes.
Okay,
They're
cool.
second.
So I just feel like with all that talent, all that they've invested, I wouldn't even say this is the best Bills team that Josh Allen has had. So going into this season, Ravens definitely have all the expectations to make the Super Bowl. So I think the pressure is on him for sure.
Yeah, and especially coming off the season that Lamar has had, he had an amazing
He got robbed
season.
of that MVP.
Okay, I wouldn't go that far.
He did.
But
No,
He got robbed.
Q, we don't got to do this right now because
Q,
you're lying
you was
right
on
now.
road.
You don't even believe what you were saying.
You were just on the
You don't even
road.
believe what you were saying.
We can keep it pushing. But Lamar had an amazing season, and the Ravens didn't lose anybody. They literally just added Jair Alexander on top. They added Mike Green in the draft. They added all of that
Malachi
talent.
Starks.
Yes,
Yeah.
on
my
What a
God.
great
on
job.
top of
Malachi
that.
Starks in Hamilton, bro.
Eric DaCosta on that.
mean, it's
Roseman.
It is one of those things like if y'all don't get it done this year, when will you get it done? Especially with the Chiefs. The Chiefs are looking a bit weaker this season.
Yes.
When are y'all gonna get it done?
Wait,
I
so
want to hear Josh Allen.
yeah, Dan, you said Josh Allen.
I
Why?
do. Bro, I'm matching up QB on QB. The team, they the Ravens, have made improvements, but like you have Lamar, who just came off of MVP 2 seasons ago. Like you said, he had a phenomenal season last year. Yes, he hasn't been able to convert that into like moving further in the playoffs. But like, I don't know, me personally, seeing Josh Allen lose to the Chiefs and Patrick
13
Mahomes
seconds.
over and over and over and over again, it's like, bro, I don't know how many chances you can get.
But at this point, everybody loses to the Chiefs. You got
Everybody.
the Bengals and that one win where the Chiefs just forgot how to play, and after that, the Chiefs beat everybody.
All right, let me get mine in.
Oh boy.
I don't know like what y'all see when we see Lamar losing these big games, but it is absolute black magic, bro. Because last year, let's just be so real, bro. His most consistent target, his guy since he's came in the league, Mark Andrews, fumbles
Oh my
on the
gosh.
game tie, or the game was tied. They're going to win it. The next drive, they go score to tie, 2-point to win, and he drops a wide open ball. Like, that is crazy. The year before in the AFC Championship game,
Zay
Zay
Flowers.
Flowers fumbles on the one going into the end zone to tie the game up. Like, and then the year before, Lamar gets injured. Tyler Huntley tries to jump over like he's Cam Newton, and he fumbles, and Sam Hubbard runs 99 yards. It is black magic, bro. I don't know. As a Ravens fan, bro, it's one thing to lose a game, but the black magic has to stop, bro. It's not like if he just played bad or there
Or
was
you
just
get
like
blown out.
or something, but like to see them win the game and then something dumb happens is insane.
you just can't get the
Do we
job
not have
done.
13 seconds? We have 13 seconds right there. We have not last year, but the year before where Diggs dropped the pass.
No,
This
you
shit- this shit- this shit with the
brother,
first touchdown.
brother.
This shit with the should have been first
There's
down.
no way you lose a game in 13 seconds.
That's the defense, right? That's not Josh Allen. That's the defense.
Hey man,
What else could
the
he?
Diggs
What else
drop
could he
pass
have
was
done?
like for a
What else?
first down. It wasn't like the
No,
touchdown.
Josh Allen threw that ball 60 yards and
Yeah,
it
but
went
it was-
straight through his all-pro wide receiver's hands. What else can you do? What else can you do? It's
and
the same
then,
logic.
and then
we're using
Josh
for
Allen
Lamar.
doesn't deserve that MVP, but we don't got to get into it. But
Just one of them beat the Chiefs, please.
Please, somebody.
We got y'all. 49ers, we got y'all.
Y'all in the same boat. Y'all in the same boat.
We got y'all this year, though.
Y'all,
oh my
Well,
god,
I'm glad we are segueing into the NFC because this is it's getting to a point where I'm getting real sick and tired of hearing from 49er fans.
See the jersey I got on today? Shout out Christian McCaffrey.
Do y'all even win the NFC West?
No.
We can go through NFC West right now. Matter of fact, let's go through all NFC. Let's do all NFC. You can say the NFC West
to
for
end off
last.
the show.
Let's
yeah,
start with the NFC
Start with the
West.
East. We know who's
No.
winning the East.
NFC
Who
East.
winning the
NFC
East?
Eagles.
Oh, bro. Come on now.
No, I mean, if you believe in JD5, that
I
much,
do
go
believe in
ahead.
JD5.
but-
That's the thing.
I'm a Nets fan. I definitely believe in
I don't
JD5.
believe in them that much,
Oh my
bro.
goodness.
Y'all
Last
make the
time they
playoffs?
saw the Eagles, they got killed. All respect to JD5, but like they got.
Okay,
killed.
moment too big. But you gotta look at the rest of the season.
It was a great season. They're not gonna win the division. They're gonna make the playoffs.
I want to ask this question because we talked about it on the last episode of the pod. Do you think that JD5 could be seeing a sophomore slump this year?
You know, I know it's common, but like it was just too good of a season last year. And the ending wasn't even terrible. Like we played an Eagles team that was very dominant. I mean, you seen what they did to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Like
Right.
there's no question in that. And you see what we did to the Lions the week before. Like there's very high potential within there. I'm liking what I've seen from Deebo Samuel this preseason.
I don't know what you're saying, but I can tell you from a 49ers perspective.
I'm seeing that he's not. I'm seeing that he's not washed.
What you think?
I'm seeing that he's not washed like people saying.
Okay, we gonna see. I'm gonna tell you now.
I feel like we have everything, all the weapons wise for JD5 to, still do well this season. I don't see a sophomore slump, honestly. Like, I don't know why it would be a sophomore slump for him.
All right. Well, I guess we have Deanne's pick out of the NFC East, but
Everybody else say Eagles, right?
Oh,
That's valid take.
Okay.
That's valid take.
NFC West. Let's talk about it, Jeff.
NFC West.
What you got, man?
Bang bang Niner game. What else I gotta explain? Like we have the easiest schedule
Let's look at this.
in the NFC. Matter of fact, the whole entire league, we have the easiest schedule. The easiest.
You guys had a really easy schedule last year. You went 6-11.
No, we didn't have the easiest schedule last
Not the
year.
easiest, but you had a very manageable schedule.
Now look at our schedule now, because I can tell you,
me
brother,
see, y'all
our
got-
schedule
y'all
is
played the
terrible.
Jags.
I mean,
Seahawks,
Our schedule is
Saints,
terrible.
Cardinals, Jags, Rams,
Ew.
Bucks, Falcons. My bad. My bad. You play the Colts.
Oh, this
You
is
play
this
the
is
Browns.
cake.
It
This
is
is
a
cake.
cake schedule.
I'm trying to tell you guys.
Okay, well,
Let me see.
Okay.
What the Rams looking like?
But I'm picking the Rams.
Matt-
That's my pick.
That's what I'm
Matthew
saying.
Stafford
I'm-
hurt
I'm
back?
rocking with the
Yeah.
Rams.
As long as Matthew Stafford is healthy, the Rams
He's
are
already back
winning
in
that
practice,
season.
man.
Yeah.
He's back in practice, right?
He's back in practice. He was back in practice last week.
I doubt he's going to remain healthy the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Hey man, he's a tough guy, man. Real gritty.
How long has he been in the league for now?
15 years.
A Super Bowl champ, bro. Respect that man. He gonna go out there and win, bro. He gonna go out there. I like their team, bro.
I do like
finna-
their team, bro. Their
Puka
defense
might
is
be
nice.
top
No, no, no,
five
no,
in receiving
no.
yards.
Puka's
You
nice.
got Devontae. You got Kyron Williams. I still like your defense. You got my boy Jared Verse, Brandon Fisk. Like their team is
Those are some
better.
real tough guys, Jared Verse
okay.
and Brandon
Rams
Fisk. You know where those guys go to?
I just think the Rams
what?
roster is just
FSU?
better than the 49ers. I think y'all lost a lot on defense this year.
Okay. Okay. you ever heard of a guy named Michael Williams? Think of Alden Smith. Think of Alden Smith, and then imagine that on Michael Williams. He's 6'6", wingspan at least 6'8", 6'9".
Seems like we have
Bryce
a
Huff,
disagreement.
Bryce Huff, Alfred Collins. Do I need to keep going? The best linebacker in the league.
Isn't Bryce Huff the Eagles unwanted? Like they didn't want to keep him around. You know they love their D linemen.
He led in sacks in 2023, and guess who's his head coach? Robert Saleh. All right, cool. Yeah, we got Robert Saleh back.
Now that I'll give you. Robert Saleh is that guy.
We got Fred Warner. We got shout out Florida State, Ronaldo Green. He do be locking up. Shout out Ronaldo Green. We got Hyena, Diablo Lenore. We got hard hitting
Just saying players
safeties.
to me, bro.
We got CMC. Shout out the Commanders. We got Brian Robinson Jr., Brock Purdy.
Man.
Okay.
Hey man,
The only question is the wide receiver room.
you guys got a shot.
But that's the only question. Slick Rick. Shout out Slick Rick. But that's the only question mark.
NFC South.
Who y'all pick?
Bro, come on, bro. There's one answer.
Hey man,
Bucks.
It's
There
been
is one
It's
answer?
been 3 years.
Bucks.
I don't know.
I'm
going
the
Bucks.
Falcons because
Falcons
Bro,
look good.
the Falcons look good. Hold on. No, we're not doing this. The
Panther
Falcons.
sleeper.
Wait.
Panther sleeper.
All right, Deanne.
right.
First show back, you gotta go with that.
Nothing wrong with that. Panthers
Hey,
cool.
mark it right here. Panther sleeper. Mark it right here.
Are they winning the division?
Yeah, bro, like
Are they
winning
winning
6
the division?
games.
The Falcons led the division for 3 whole weeks. We spotted them 2 games. We shouldn't even lost them either. We spotted them
They'll
2
let Kirk
whole
O'Chains
games.
throw for 509.
I know. I can't. I still can't forgive that. I still can't forgive that.
On 1 foot, too, bro.
Listen, they had 3 weeks where they led the division, and they still choked.
I'm not
3
gonna lie.
years.
After going back at this Falcons roster,
What's 4 more?
they have some good top end talent, but some of the
I'm picking the
depth on
Falcons
some
for
of
We
my
have the
fantasy
best
team.
offensive receiver room in the league.
I need Drake London to turn up for my fantasy team.
I'm gonna go with the Bucks.
Year
Yeah.
3 Baker
I'm gonna go with the
Mayfield.
Bucks.
What are we
Yeah.
talking about here?
You know, G's not here. I love G.
G would ask you where the game is, and that's gonna be his prediction for the game.
Welcome to Atlanta, baby. I'm going with the Falcons, man.
Oh, jeez.
I'll take the Bucks.
I'm taking.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to
I'll
lean
go with
towards
the
the
Bucks.
Bucks. I just looked at this Panthers schedule.
Bucks, y'all
kind of
awful.
filthy.
I was gonna say, what are you
It's
talking
filthy.
about?
It's filthy, bro.
Bucks offense is crazy, bro.
Come
I'm not gonna lie.
on.
All right, but now we have to go through a tough division to predict. The NFC North. What are we thinking?
Who want to start?
New and improved Packers.
I'm going Detroit.
Lions lost their OC.
I'm
And
going
DC.
Minnesota.
Yeah, they lost both coordinators.
They did.
Bro,
My only thing with Minnesota is JJ McCarthy.
Bro,
His
he can
first
do
year
what
starter.
Sam Darnold did. Like,
He really could.
He can.
Wait,
Like,
wait,
he really
wait,
can.
wait,
But Sam Darnold's a vet.
wait. Sam Darnold looked very good that
He did.
season.
And Sam
and
Darnold
so
was a
will JJ
vet.
McCarthy.
JJ McCarthy was already a mid quarterback, and then he tore his ACL.
Kevin
he's-
O'Connell
and he's
has
making his
the
first
best
start.
system set up for any
The
quarterback
best.
in the league. Kevin
Right,
O'Connell's the
correct.
best coach in the league.
But do you
bro.
think he's as talented as Sam Darnold?
Yes.
I think Sam Darnold. We forget
No,
that
but
Sam
Sam Darnold
Darnold
was
was
number
like
3.
a great. He was a
number
great
3
college
pick,
quarterback and very
And when
talented.
did
Shout
it
out to him.
click? When did it start clicking?
When he got
when he
the-
worked with
Kevin
Kevin
O'Connell.
O'Connell.
All right.
Look at his
I get
weapons
you.
around
I get
him,
you.
bro.
But Sam Darnold is a 8 year vet versus JJ McCarthy. He's literally going to make his first start coming off of an ACL.
But he's
injury.
been around the team for over a year now. He hasn't played
Flipping around.
You know what I'm saying? But he knows the
In the
playbook.
Midwest yoga
That's cool.
stretches.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That boy
But he
Adam
needs
Thielen back,
reps.
Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson, T.J.
T.J.
Hawkinson,
Hawkinson.
Aaron Jones, Jordan Mason.
Yes, Jordan Mason. Shout out Jordan Mason.
Like, come on, bro. And their defense is still going to be elite. I don't see them being
With
worse.
Brian Flores
Okay,
as
but
your, as
who's
your
winning the
defensive coordinator.
division?
The Vikings.
The Vikings?
He has the Vikings.
Over the Packers and the
I got
Lions.
Detroit. I got
I
Detroit.
got Detroit.
Give me the Packers.
I
I like Jordan Love this year.
Jordan Love
I
makes
don't
too
like
many
Jordan
mistakes
Love.
for me to think he can win the division.
I
Too many
love
back
Carter.
foot
I love
throws.
that take.
I feel like this is a really competitive division, though, to the point where
It is.
any,
Oh, for sure.
any
It is.
2 games, if any given Sunday, man, if they come out into play, 1 game could be all it takes
I
to
feel like
separate
the
from the
Lions
top
are the
of
most polished team. I feel like they're the ones going to win the close games.
They just
I don't
lost
know. They
both.
lost both coordinators.
Okay, but you can still be a polished team with after losing your coordinator.
yeah,
Like,
but
I
that
see
culture
that.
didn't lose their systems.
They didn't lose their talent. They just lost.
And plus, the coach
Yeah.
is still set. Like,
Yeah.
Dan didn't leave.
They gonna bite some kneecaps, man.
Deanne, who you got, Deanne?
I'm not mad at that Packers pick. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at the rest of the schedules. They seem to have like the most smooth sailing one. The Lions, that's treacherous. Their schedule is treacherous.
Yeah, I see this
Let me
Lions schedule. They
Bro, y'all gotta look at it. It's treacherous.
They open up against the Packers. They go to Baltimore.
Division is so competitive
go
that
to
any
Baltimore?
They go
2
to
games could be
Baltimore.
a difference between being the bottom of the division and the top of it.
Go to
Right.
Cincinnati, to Kansas City, to Philadelphia.
It's bad. It's
Yeah,
actually
that's-
very
nah,
bad. I
that's
don't know what kind of
rough.
schedule this is, bro.
So
Yeah.
I'm guessing we see this division getting three playoff teams.
Oh, they for sure will.
sure.
Yeah.
They
No,
for
they
sure will.
absolutely could.
I think there's
It's
too
a
much
good
talent
division.
coming out of that
Yeah.
division.
Because like the
division
NFC
is
South
It's a
is
really good
trash.
division.
Bottom of the NFC West is trash. Like you could definitely get 3.
Nobody wanted to say Chicago? No.
No.
No,
They got potential.
Oh, okay.
But fellas,
Shout
it's-
out Aaron.
yeah, shout out Aaron. Fellas, it's week 1. You know, we got Q, Adobe Audition. But now we're going to go through the NFL week 1 schedule to see who's doing Adobe Audition next week.
We gotta find a name for this segment.
Learn Audition?
I don't know. That's our saying here. No ball
The
or learn audition.
something like that.
So, of course, Thursday night game, Dallas versus Philly. Fellas, who are we taking?
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Taking
Philly.
Philly. Everybody taking Philly, man.
Okay, Friday night, KC versus the Chargers. Who we taking?
KC.
Not
KC.
not
Nobody say
betting
Chargers. Okay.
All right. Now, next game,
You make a bad
Bengals.
pick real quick.
Bengals versus Browns. Who we
The
taking?
Cleveland Browns.
Bengals.
I'm taking
You
Bengals.
serious?
I'm taking
I'm
Bengals.
so serious.
You're
I'm
so
taking
serious?
Bengals.
I'm
bro.
so serious.
Everybody Bengals.
Yeah, Bengals.
But
Bengals.
Jason, all right. Hey, you might be learning all this shit, brother. Miami versus the Colts. Who are we taking?
Miami.
Give me the Colts.
Ooh, Miami.
Never
taking
mind. You
Miami.
might be.
Give me the Colts. Give me the Colts.
I don't like either of these teams.
You saw us. He was just in the stadium.
I'm
What'd
taking
you say?
Miami.
Give me the Colts. It's week one. It's week one. Give me
I'm
the
gonna take
Colts.
Miami.
Miami.
So everybody but Q. Okay, cool.
Uh-oh.
Raiders versus the Pats. Who we
This is a
taking?
good game.
Yeah.
Good game.
I'm gonna take the Patriots.
I'm going Raiders.
I'm going Raiders too.
I'm not
Geno
mad at
Smith.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm going
I like
Raiders.
Pats.
He ain't
I'm
right
going
I like
Pats.
the Geno
Check
Smith
me
ain't
out,
right
Henderson.
back.
You feel
That's what
me?
I'm saying.
Geno Smith ain't right back.
I'm gonna go Pats.
I'm going Raiders.
And Pete
I'm
Carroll.
going
And
Raiders,
Pete
too.
Carroll too. Come on.
I like the Raiders this year. I like both
Nah,
of
I
those
see
teams.
Pete Carroll having a tough sledding the first few games.
He's Pete Carroll.
So Deant Raiders, JB Raiders.
Yeah.
Drake may gonna look
Hold on,
over
you
his
said
shoulder.
No,
Raiders.
no, I
I
said
got the
Patriots. I said
Raiders.
Patriots.
Wait.
I
Before
got
we
the
go on,
Raiders
before we
too.
go on, you just said Pete Carroll like Pete Carroll didn't throw the ball at the 1 yard line. But buddy, no, we're not hearing
He was in
that.
the Super Bowl though.
He was about to go back to
He
back,
was in the
man.
Super Bowl. Yeah, he was about to
And
go
he
back
threw
to
the
back.
ball.
That was one decision. That was one decision.
Yeah, I got the Raiders.
Arizona
Patriots.
versus the Saints. Who we taking?
Ew.
Cardinals versus
Arizona.
Saints.
Cardinals.
Cardinals,
That's so
I guess.
nasty, though. What a terrible game. Who scheduled that?
Steelers versus Jets. Who we taking?
Steelers.
Steelers.
Okay, everyone's going there. All right, great.
Aaron Rodgers
Giants
revenge
versus
game.
Commanders.
Commanders.
Commanders. I like the
This is
Giants.
gonna be
though.
a fun graphic. I feel like it's very lopsided.
I like the Giants a
I
little
think
bit.
this one's gonna get interesting right here. Panthers versus Jags.
Versus. Oh,
This was-
Ooh.
I'm going
Jaguars.
Panthers.
Panthers versus Jaguars.
Give me
Who we taking?
Jags.
Panthers.
I'm not a Jags fan, but I'm from Jacksonville, so I'll take it.
Give me the Jags.
Who said Panthers?
What's making y'all?
Me.
I put Panthers.
I
What's making
did.
y'all pick the Jaguars? Out of curiosity.
Trevor Lawrence.
The end, you might come
He
back
sucks.
just to learn audition,
Hey,
buddy.
He's
I
better
can't
than
lie.
Bryce Young.
We gonna see.
He's
We
better than
gonna
Bryce
see.
Young.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Yeah, he's better than Bryce Young.
Trevor
got-
Lawrence
they
is
got-
trash, bro.
They got a good receiving core.
He is better than Bryce Young, respectfully.
Trevor Lawrence
It's
sucks.
a good
Y'all not
receiving
paying
core.
attention to them
Decent
new
defense.
acquisitions, man. I'm telling you.
It sounds like you
It's-
like a second team Panthers fan.
It's gonna take some time for them acquisitions to kick in for a little bit. Jaguars still
They
have
going
Josh-
against a
Travis
Jags
Hunter.
team.
They still got
They
Josh
going against a
Allen.
Jags
But they
team.
still have Josh Allen. They have Josh Allen. They have Trayvon Walker. They got Travis Hunter now. You know,
Man, we were just talking about Trayvon. We were just talking about Trayvon Walker. Shout out Trayvon Walker. Anyways,
They got Foye, Luakon, tackle leader 1 year.
Devin Lloyd.
Devin Lloyd. It's
Stop
a
sleeping on
decent
stop sleeping
team.
on
It's-
Jacksonville. Yeah,
They always underperform, but I think they'll beat the Panthers.
Titans versus Broncos.
Broncos.
Okay, everyone's
Cam Ward
agreement
against that
on
defense. Oh boy,
San
week
Fran versus
one.
Seattle.
San Fran.
where is it at? Oh, it's in Seattle.
It's in Seattle. Come on now.
Seattle.
Give me Seattle.
If y'all want to learn audition, y'all know where to go.
San Fran.
Wait,
San
I don't know.
Fran.
I don't know.
San
Go
Fran.
big or go home.
You said what?
Go big or go home. I'm going Seattle.
I guess you learned audition.
Two-time Adobe ambassador.
Yeah, we got an editor, bro.
San
That's
Fran,
crazy.
man.
Yeah,
So
49ers.
Q, you said
Seattle.
just you.
Seattle.
I'll take the 49ers.
No, but y'all finna let us
I'll go
audition.
Niners. I'll go Niners.
I'm gonna go Seahawks. I'm gonna go Seahawks too.
Hey, I guess y'all tag team in this audition.
That's crazy.
Detroit versus Green Bay. That's another great game.
Ooh.
Detroit.
Where's it at? Where's that?
In Green Bay.
Detroit.
Ooh,
Limbo
Detroit.
leaves all for the Lions. Detroit.
I'm going.
Yeah,
Give
Detroit.
me Green Bay.
I'm going Green Bay as well.
I know. I picked the Packers to win the division, but I don't feel like they get
It's
it
too
done
early?
early. Yeah.
No, I
No, you know what? Bum it. No, I'm taking Packers.
I'm taking Packers.
going
Yeah,
Packers.
I'm going
Hey,
Packers.
I had to think about it for a bit.
Taylor, when you see him take that step back and throw a back foot like 40-yard bomb to the defense, man, I just hope you remember that you picked
It's gonna
the
be the
Packers.
Lions.
Absolutely. I'll be thinking about how Jordan Travis isn't playing either.
I'm going with the
Don't ever
Packers.
talk about him like that. So why did you say that?
Who picked Detroit?
I picked Detroit.
JB. Okay. Yep.
Is it just me?
Audition. Yep. It's
Oh
you.
my
Audition.
god. Wait.
Audition, brother.
Such a weird graphic.
Texans versus the Rams.
Rams are the close one.
Rams. That Texans O line is trash, dude.
Yeah, it is bad.
I'll go
It's
Rams.
Oh yeah,
Sunday,
Rams.
Sunday night football. Ravens, Bills. I'm going Ravens.
Ravens.
Ravens
Where's it
revenge
at?
game.
It's in Buffalo.
It's in Buffalo.
We're back.
Bills.
Give me Buffalo.
Lamar gets it done early.
Jalen, you said Bills?
Yeah, I'll take the
I'm gonna
Bills.
be here Monday in a Ravens jersey.
Give me
I
the
might host again.
Ravens.
No, you should say Bills.
Give me the Ravens. Give me the Ravens.
Okay. Monday night, last game. Vikings versus the Bears.
Vikings.
Vikings.
I don't know.
Yeah, Vikings.
Vikings.
Give me Chicago.
Wait, are we not doing the Bucks?
Q is learning audition,
Yes, we
man.
won. Give me Chicago.
Are we not doing the Bucks game?
What is
Did we
that?
say the
Oh, I totally forgot about the Bucks.
I mean, they playing the Falcons.
That's how relevant they are.
That's a great game. That
is a great game. No, my bad. That is a great game. Falcons versus Bucks.
Week 1.
Flyers and Cannons, Bucks.
Yeah, Bucks.
We start off hot every season.
Take the Bucks.
Welcome to Atlanta.
Give me Atlanta. Give me Atlanta. It's week 1. Give me Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm
This
going.
graphic is about to be hilarious, bro.
Is it?
This is the best part of the show, our shout outs. I want to shout out my family, love and support, and I want to shout out God. And I want to shout out the Playmakers. We are back in the building, the second pod of the year.
Real. Shout out to God, of course. Shout out to the Playmakers. I'm so thankful for the opportunity. Prayers over my family. My little brother, he's in urgent care right now, so
Oh man, prayers up. Oh,
he's straight.
I want to thank God, man. Without him, we wouldn't be able to do the things we love. Hey, shout out the Bulls, man. Shout out USF. That's my Group of 6 sleeper team this year.
Chicago for a second.
Absolutely not. Hey, shout out Ernest, but no, not Chicago. Shout out the Bulls, man. I will be in the swamp this Saturday for that game. I'm going to be a USF fan. So hopefully they, put on a show.
I want to first thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Shout out Deanne.
Yeah, man. It's OG.
Shout out Deanne, 1 or 2 OGs still standing here. So shout out Deanne being here. Shout out to all the guys in the studio. Shout out the 49ers, week 1. Let's be better than 6 wins this season, guys.
Hey, that CMC jersey is in his ear like the Green Goblin mask right now.
I want to start off thanking God, of course. Shout out my family. Shout out my friends. Hey, man. Shout out Jeff, Jalen. Shout out JB, bro. All them boys, pushing me to get back on the show, man.
Yes,
Glad to be back. Great atmosphere.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to my Lord and Savior. Shout out mother, father, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins. Shout out to Mississippi. And shout out to the Kansas Jayhawks. This week, they will beat Missouri. We do not like Missouri. I wish I could give an anti-shout out to Missouri. We do not like Missouri. All
And
right?
shout out Adobe Audition, baby. Good luck.
Shout out to Adobe Audition, man.
Halftime the Playmakers is produced in the studios of WANM-FM 90.5 in the School of Journalism and Graphic Communication at Florida A&M University.